This is a HeadGum podcast.
Straight up monsters are about to come out of that closet.
You know that wasn't the right time to press go.
Oh, wait, that's not a monster sound. Ooh, that's a ghost sound? Ooh.
Look, man, I don't know how to tell you this. I'm like low-key still afraid of the dark. And when I say low-key, I mean very.
It's 2016. Just get over that.
Yeah, I've decided I have to just get over it.
Do you
When
mind-
the mic get this low? Who told the mic to get this low?
Do you mind if I take a drink of water?
No, I don't mind.
Let me take a drink. Oh, way better.
Hey, Darren, do you mind if I take a drink of water?
Not of mine. Yeah, you have your own. Yeah, you're fine. This is the motherfucking dumbass, trick-ass, bitch-ass,
Hoeing ass. Tricking ass.
coming in like ratchet
Bitch
shit.
ass. Fuck. One day I'm gonna slip up and say some real shit on here.
Me too, and we're gonna have to beep, beep,
Yeah,
beep,
I'm gonna
beep.
be like, and your fucking mama, yeah,
This is the She Didn't Text Back podcast. It feels like it's been a lifetime since we did the last one.
oh yeah, I might have done some shit. You don't know.
Oh, that's how I talk. See?
yeah.
If you haven't been around here, these parts, then you can straight off fuck off.
this
huh?
mic is too low.
I'm gonna
all
need
right?
you to stop
Okay.
touching that because it's throwing my vibe off.
When did it get this low? I've never had to talk down.
When
all
you,
right?
yeah, but look at your position. You look comfortable.
Oh well, I am. All right, you fucking idiot.
I hate when it gets fucking cold and my nose starts running and shit.
Oh, my nose ran. My nose is running down the street. No.
So I just finished my vocal lesson.
Yeah.
And I'm about to Figaro on these bitches.
Okay, figure
I
out
swear to
this bitch.
God. Give me 6 months. Give me fucking 6 months. All right? I went to my first vocal lesson. The last one was just a consultation. He just wanted to meet me. Make sure I wasn't going to, beat him up or anything. This was the first one. All right? When I drove home, I felt like the fucking man. Not because I did amazing. I did okay.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is it. I'm going to fucking do this forever, the rest of my life, until I die. And I'm going to be the man.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel, bitch?
Oh, I was waiting for the and. I was like, oh, that's it.
I feel like I'm going to be the man. That's the end of the sentence.
No, I can't just settle with being the man. I want to be the man. Okay, last night I was watching this video. 39-minute long video of Steve Jobs talking about him. And I realized...
Is that what you texted me?
No.
The numbers you texted me this morning were incredible. You didn't fucking respond to my text.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, because I was like half asleep.
What was it? By
okay.
22.
He was like, by 22, I was a millionaire.
Oh, I made $1 million when I was 22.
Or, no, he said by 23, I was a millionaire.
Some people by 22 haven't even fucked.
Yeah.
He made $1 million.
He said, he was like, by 23, I was a millionaire. By 24, I had $10 million in my account. And by the time I was 25, I had $100 million.
Sorry, I gotta fix this. This is bothering me.
Oh, so maybe when Will was like, giving it the treatment, that might have been like the right treatment for it.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Fuck. I wish all the energy it's taking you to go into this would go right into me. I wish it would be given to me.
How do we feel now?
God, dear God.
There we
I was
go.
thinking about praying earlier.
Wait. So what was Steve? Sorry, I was fixing Will's mic.
Okay.
What was Steve Jobs saying? By 22, he made $1 million.
By 23, $1 million. He was a millionaire. 24, he had 10. And by the time he was 25, he had $100 million.
How the fuck do you grow that much?
In 3 years.
I need to invent some shit.
That's what I was saying. I
Fuck
was
trying
like,
to be a rapper. I'm gonna invent some shit.
I was thinking some rapper had some line. He was like talking
Probably
about
Jay-Z.
Oh, it was like, it was Big Sean. He had that line. He was like, I'm making father figures. We were like, father figures is like $50,000. That's father figures.
You work at the bank.
I was thinking he should have said, I'm making father figures if your father invented something.
Check to check to check to check. What does he say?
Neck to neck to neck to neck.
Father figures if your daddy's Steve Jobs. Imagine your dad is Steve Jobs and you have to follow in his footsteps.
No.
Ooh, impossible. You better not try to invent anything. You better go work at, what's the complete opposite of Apple?
And Steve Jobs isn't an inventor. He isn't an inventor.
He's an innovator.
He's a designer.
He's an innovator.
Yeah, he's real cool. I want to be like him. But, the reason I was bringing him up. On top of being the man, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, so for the reason most people know him,
I'm the man still.
He's the man for that. For all the iPhone shit. Back in whatever time, the 80s, I think, or something, Steve Jobs got fired. I heard it skip a sound. Okay, he got fired by Apple, and then he left, and he said, I went through one of the most creative times in my life. And that's
He did acid.
That's when it might have been before that, I don't know. But that's when he co-developed Pixar.
Well, in between that, there was like a different company he started.
Yeah, next.
At least according to the movies.
And I think there was two or three other companies.
And then Pixar happened.
But also, on top of being the man, he also had his own animation studio.
Oh my god, Pixar is the fucking best.
The
too.
best.
Name one Pixar movie that's not good besides Cars. And
2 is what people say. I like all the Cars movies.
I've never seen the Cars movie, but I've been on the Cars ride, and let me tell you, that shit's a blast.
Shit is incredible.
That's the best ride at Disneyland California Adventure, and if you disagree, go suck a dick. All right, that's all I got to say about that. But what was the video?
You like the ant shit?
What's the video?
It was just talking about all his values or whatever the fuck. But I'm just saying, on top of being the man, he also did that shit. Can you imagine being a man in 2 places?
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so I'm going to be the man in rapping.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to be Figaro on these some bitches.
Damn, if you Figaro on a son of a bitch, I don't even know what I would do.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to Figaro on a son of a bitch. On a son of a bitch. So this weekend, who wants to go first? Because you had a weird one.
Had nothing. Oh,
no,
yeah.
you went to a place that I told you it was next level creep. Because somebody tweeted at us.
Yeah, well, okay.
You want to share that?
All right, fine. Look, all right. Okay, I got a lot of highs.
My throat hurts. Does yours?
Good, that's a good thing.
It feels like burning, like I just kind of swallowed a lighter.
No, that's you. This is some clear ass water.
What's happening? I feel like blood is coming out.
That means you dying.
Okay, keep talking.
I did a lot of shit this weekend. You don't even know.
I did a lot of shit this weekend. So you don't even know.
We're preparing to shoot your next visual.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't.
I have some ideas about that too.
Okay, good. Throw them at me. But I was like, remember I told you I was like, okay, I'm gonna go location scouting with Morgan, and I was like, the day came.
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah, and the day came, and I was like, fuck. I was like, I don't feel like doing shit, and I was like, okay, but I need to go to at least one location, and one of those locations, you know, the hill.
Yeah.
The hill. The specific hill that we drove by, and I was like, oh, this hill would be beautiful to just hang. Okay, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm adjusting levels. Your mic is in a different spot, so you're not talking loud enough for me. So we're the hill. Don't ignore it. Be a professional.
Specific hill.
Can you fucking be a professional for 1 second?
Well, all right, I'm sorry, Daddy. You know, okay, so you know the hill that we like.
The hill that we just found, or the old hill?
The one that we just found.
Okay, the one in heaven.
The one in heaven.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what are you talking about? Is a girl named Austin, tweeted us that, Drake just came to my university.
Were you at this hill already with Morgan?
No. The hill is, comes in later. So I'm Austin. She said, she tweeted me, Drake was at my school last week, and there's a video of Drake where he goes, I'm having a good time. I'm coming back next week. But you can tell Drake doesn't notice the video is being recorded. And someone uploaded that to the internet, and it was an article, and I guess probably lots of people saw
Complex.
it. Yeah. So she tweeted me, and she said that she goes to Pepperdine. And a week later was the day that I was like, I don't feel like doing shit. Mm-hmm. And I was hanging out with Morgan, and I knew one of the places I wanted to go look at was the hill in Malibu. And it turns out the hill in Malibu actually is Pepperdine.
Oh, shit.
It's a huge coincidence, yeah.
Okay. Wait, I thought that was like a church or something.
No, it's the same place. It's a church school or something like that, I hear.
Wow,
yeah.
okay.
So it's a huge coincidence. So I was like, if I was gonna go there anyway, I might as well go to the same basketball game that Drake said he was gonna go to.
And scoop it out and see what's going on.
Yes! So I did go to it, and it was, I had a good time.
You sent me a picture. One, did you meet the girl?
Yeah.
Is she cool?
Yeah, she's cool.
Shout out to her. Is there some shit you're going to tell me off the podcast? And be like, she actually
beat my ass.
Yeah, she was that cool. Fucking hair's falling out and shit.
She fucking pulled a knife on me.
What was her name?
Austin.
Shout out to Austin one time. I wish I could have gone as well. But I was in Colorado. So you sit down, you get there, what do you do? I just watched the game, and it was the Waves versus the whoever the fucks, and the whoever the fucks lost. And the Waves is the Pepperdine, and they won, and it was cool. And I was like observing the crowd, and I was like, man, this is so emotive. Like, you missed a shot. Is this a college, high school? What is
it's a college.
Okay. College.
Yeah, it's so nice. According to Morgan, it's one of the most. It's like rated one of the most.
Wait, so was Morgan with you?
Yeah, Morgan was there too.
So you guys get there. You gotta learn how to tell a story. Will you're skipping over details. You're acting like I was there, and you're just recapping.
That was just the part I wanted to talk about. I mean, nothing else interesting happened.
So you didn't see him?
Oh no, Drake was not there.
That's the most important part of the story.
I completely forgot.
Up to that. That's how you tell a story.
I completely forgot. Like, so the motherfucker didn't show up, but it's cool.
So you look through the audience because you sent me a photo of just a group of people, like 500.
I was showing you that's where he had sat last week.
And how do you know this?
It was on the video.
So you watch that video with great attention to detail.
Yeah.
And try to scope out where he was.
Yeah.
So when you get there, you can figure that out. And maybe, just maybe, he sat in the same exact spot.
Yeah.
And that failed.
That absolutely failed. He did not show up. He was not there on the premises. But people, okay.
If you're Drake status, if you're that, if you're Adele, Drake, I'm not really putting them in the same categories, but I said the same name. I said their names. Fuck off. You can't announce where you're gonna be. Hey, next week I'm gonna be on this corner and this corner at 12 p.m. Come shoot and rob me.
Yeah,
like you can't do that.
That's why Morgan was saying probably because someone uploaded that video. That's why he didn't end up coming because also, he can't announce where he's going to be.
Maybe he didn't have plans. Maybe he just felt pressured because they were like...
I mean, maybe.
He's like, I'll come next week.
Yeah, I'm coming next week, too.
I'm coming. Damn, that sucks. Well, I think it always takes 3 times.
Okay. See, that...
3 times.
I wanted to say, that is not a creep move. What I was doing, coincidentally, ended up that way. Now, what happened...
Yeah, you were video scouting. Yeah, totally. Location scouting.
What happened 2 days before totally was me creeping.
What happened 2 days before?
When I creeped on Kanye.
Oh, you did. You're going down a weird path.
I'm going down a weird path right now.
Can I share it and then you tell your side?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I'm sitting on one part. We're at work, and Will and I are sitting at different sides of the building. And he comes and he's walking, and I could tell he's looking for me. And he has his phone out and he's showing people. He just has his arm extended with his phone, showing what I see as just Twitter, but I'm not really sure what happened. I'm thinking like fucking somebody huge. Chris Rock tweeted at him or something. Turns out
showing it to everybody.
It turns out that he's just showing a tweet from a person who tweets about Kanye, his whereabouts. Yes. And his whereabouts so happened to be right where our office is.
Yes.
He was at the gym right down the street. So from your perspective, please share.
Okay. I will tell the story from the beginning where it started. Me taking a shit at work.
Remember details.
Okay, I'm going to tell the details. Okay, I'm taking a shit at work. I'm on my phone, and I'm looking at it, and I'm scrolling past this page, posting usual funny shit, and, shit about Kanye. And it says...
Fat Jewish.
Yeah, it's not that page, but it's pretty much like, like a page of the sorts, but for Kanye West. And I saw that it said that Kanye was at the gym, a very fancy gym, that's like no farther than... probably. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I got a text message. And
2 blocks.
I'm in a weird stage in my now. Okay, I just had to look at that. I'm so sorry.
You bitch ass. So Kanye is 2 blocks away, according to this photo. No, sorry, according to this tweet of a photo. So who knows how accurate that is?
Okay, so it was accurate to me. So I was like, and it had a photo of him going in the gym with his personal trainer. So I was like, fuck it. I gotta go. So I came up to you and I was like, I'm gonna go. And you was like, yeah, just go ahead and go. So I drove over there.
And so now you're telling the world that I'm a bad boss.
I mean, well, yeah. But, okay, this is the day I had nothing left to shoot. I had shot everything and written everything that needed to be written. So I drove over there. But I was like, fuck, it's one of those nice gyms, super nice gyms. So, like, you can't just drive in there. So I parked in the Bank of America next to the son of a bitch. And then I was like, shit, I can't just go in there looking like me. So I put my red scarf
looking
on.
Like me.
And my Harry Potter glasses.
Because that's better, because you're going to definitely blend in when you got a weird outfit on.
In hindsight, this is some of the dumbest shit I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
And I booked it over there. So I snuck my way in and I walked in past the shit and past the parking garage. This is creepy. Yes, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. And I walk in and everybody's staring at me because I stick out like a sore thumb.
Especially because you're going to a gym and not gym attire. Not only not gym attire,
not
but
with
weird
the gym
glasses
bag.
and a scarf. Oh yeah, not a gym bag.
Oh God!
If you're walking into the gym without a gym bag, you're doing the shit wrong.
Okay, I didn't realize how stupid this was until I think yesterday somebody pointed out to me. And I really should have waited like 5 years to tell this story when this is endearing. And I'm like, when I was like 22.
Right.
But no, this was like a couple of days ago. And so I walk in there and I'm like, shit, everybody that's working at the counter is looking at me. But right next to the counter is a juice bar. So I was like, fuck it.
I work at the bank. I just want some juice.
No, this isn't the bank. This is the actual gym.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's your.
Oh, I work at the bank. Yeah.
I work at the bank. I just want some juice.
I just want some juice. So I go to the juice bar.
Juice.
And I look at this juice bar, and it's like $8 for a juice. What the fuck kind of goddamn rich motherfucker place is this? I don't think I need to be paid in this. So this guy comes to me. I don't remember what the fuck his name was. His name was like Kyle. And he's like, hi, I'm Kyle. And I was like, hey, how you doing? He's like, can I help you with anything? Because it's one of those places where they're real nice to you.
I hate that fucking shit.
Don't talk to me. I don't want nothing. All right?
I'm just looking.
I'm in your store, but I don't want nothing here. And he's like, can I help you with something? So he took me over to one of those refrigerators that like they have like, an apple or a drink. He's like, you want one of these juices? I was like, are they good? I wish I could just talk like regular people and not be goofy all the time. But I was.
He sounds like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, he was doing that kind of shit. He was being real nice. And he was like, you want one of these? He was like, and it said juice cleanse on it. I was like, oh, that's probably real healthy, and it's only $5. I remember it was cheaper than the other shit. I was like, fine, I'm gonna buy this. Oh no, it wasn't $5. It was $7, I think, and the other shit was like $1. But shit, I don't care. It was cheaper, so I wanted it. And I got the drink, and then I just stood there at the bar, just sipping it, while everybody's looking at me, dressed as Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, how he looks on the cover. I think he is wearing a red scarf on the cover, too. But then eventually, after time, I was like, okay, I'm done waiting. I don't see him, so I'm leaving. And then later that day, I took 4 more shits because the juice cleanse drink wasn't a regular juice. It makes you shit yourself. Mm-hmm. Terribly. Mm-hmm. Terribly. Like, I was like, I don't know. I'm still wiping.
Times?
I'm still wiping.
Oh, it's fucking gross. Again, you missed the important detail. Did you fucking see Kanye?
No, I didn't even get close, but I saw a nice car parked outside, all black windows. So,
apparently only Kanye drives nice cars.
I'm sure he didn't drive there himself.
So you didn't see Kanye. How did you feel defeated? How'd you feel?
No, because it was just something fun I did.
I was watching videos this weekend. I was watching a lot of J. Cole videos.
I wanted to say one thing. I'm not chasing celebrities. I'm chasing my idols.
How many times am I gonna have to fucking fix it?
If they told me Pee Wee Herman was down the block, of course I'm gonna go meet Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, why not? I mean, for so little effort that you had to put in, and you just want to see him, like that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, there's if you take it maybe a step further.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going too far.
Yeah, anything more than that, you just happen to be.
Which I don't know what that next step is.
Yeah.
And I don't think we should figure that out.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was watching a lot of J. Cole videos in Denver this weekend, and J. Cole and Big Sean. And I was kind of trying to figure out, like, you know, how they came up, how they got their break. Pay attention, bitch.
Shit.
I saw you not paying attention to me. I saw you focusing on my table. And that's disrespectful, and I might smack you.
Damn. I never been. You've been hanging out with Sophia too much. That
was my best. Either just because I can hear it because the mic, or that was my best snap.
That was the best snap of all time.
That was you snapped out of that shit like you've been in a coma for 30 years. Holy shit! I felt power with that. I think those vocal lessons are giving me confidence, and I got power.
You just snapped at me.
I've never snapped at anyone in my
God,
life.
It hurt too.
That shit echoed for about a 3-mile radius.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. Here we are.
What was that? What story was I telling? What did I say? Give me the fucking details.
Okay, you said back in Boulder, Colorado.
I didn't say Boulder, but okay. What happened?
You said, okay, I was thinking about taking a British exam.
Okay, so I'm going to retell it. In Denver, Colorado, not Boulder. And if I did say Boulder, I slipped up. Now I look like an idiot, but I think I said Denver. In Denver, Colorado, I was watching a lot of videos on YouTube. You're familiar with the website about J. Cole and Big Sean. And I was trying to figure out how they got their come up. Big Sean, he was always rapping, I guess, in school, did a lot of freestyle battles, whatever, and then like made a mixtape, but was going to school for some business degree or some shit.
I'm so sorry.
But
you're going to have to...
I will never start that story again. I'm going to start here, and you're going to try to figure out what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's not hard. It's really not hard. I'm just telling you what their come up is.
Look.
Big Sean had
You distracted me. You threw some key terms in there that was like, oh, Will's going to go off on something else.
I threw all the key terms in there to try to test you.
You know I got key terms. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Big Sean, if you fucking phase out again, I swear to God, I'm going to lean up in this bitch. This mic moves.
Okay.
This mic moves. I can easily slap you.
Look, Darren, you already got me distracted on some other shit. You're going to have to call me back.
Okay, look at so Big Sean was going to school for a business degree. He also worked at a radio station, and one day Kanye came in.
Yes.
And at this point, Big Sean had no fans.
Yeah, this is the story I thought about.
And then Kanye did his interview or whatever the fuck he was there for, and then he left. And while he was leaving, he shook Big Sean's hand, just to be a nice guy, and then he walked out. And Big Sean was like, shit, this is my moment. So he goes outside and he goes, yo, Kanye, you're my hero, you're my idol. I want to know, I'm a rapper too, and I'm an MC, and I want to do the same thing you do. Can I just spit for you, please? And Kanye said no. He said he was busy and he had to go, and he started walking again. But Big Sean begged again and said please, and then he spit for him, and I guess like Kanye started, kind of feeling it. So I think Big Sean gave him his mixtape, and I believe, don't quote me on this, I think 2 weeks later he got a call from Kanye or some shit. Very similar with fucking J. Cole. J. Cole waited outside of where fucking Jay-Z works or some shit, and gave him his demo. But he was very persistent and would always wait outside of the Rockefeller building, if that's a fucking thing. This is what I heard on the internet. Don't try to correct me because I don't care. But see, so you going after Kanye? I mean, you're not trying to be a rapper.
I think that's why I can't do it to him though, because I would feel very uncomfortable doing this to Louis C.K. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that would be very difficult.
And you know, I love Kanye, but it's like because like I have no gain out of this. Like me, I just really want to see Kanye in real life.
I want to see how big he is.
I don't even like. Somebody was asking me, like Audrey was like, "What would you ask him?" I was like, "I don't even know. I don't really even want to say anything."
Does he wear the Yeezys also, or is he just making money off of that shit?
Yeah.
I want to know.
Like, of course, like I do love his shit, but I could. There's nothing I could say.
On the Kanye tip, really quick, Real Friends, that shit is so dope.
Oh yes.
If you haven't heard the new Kanye song, fucking stop playing this shit. Type into Google Kanye. Well, even though I tried to look it up this morning, and it seems like all the websites pulled the song, so I don't know if
I heard it earlier today.
Well, I eventually found one, but like I even went on YouTube and there's none.
Oh well, what he was saying was that the original version had like a sound mistake in it that he later took out,
which is like weird. How are you gonna let that? You're fucking Kanye West.
Yeah.
Your people should listen to that song 20 times before they fucking upload it.
Yeah,
in different headphones, different speakers.
Did you notice while you were gone? It was the Views from the Six, Drake's next album, and Kanye's album both got a little bit of buzz on being released within soon. Well, we know Kanye's is going to be on February.
Do you think, before I say my point, what was your point with that?
I was just saying, isn't that too much at once? It's too exciting. Yeah.
When I think of that, when I both saw like the Drake buzz and the Kanye buzz, I was wondering, I was like, okay, so Kanye released his album release date, which was like February 16th, I think, or some shit like that, February something.
Yeah.
I wonder, because they're such big artists and they don't want to step on each other's toes, if Drake's people or Drake himself calls Kanye's people or Kanye himself and be like, yo, I'm not releasing this, but I'm actually dropping the album January 16th. Do you have any idea when you're dropping yours? Just so we can keep it apart. Because, like, I mean, YouTubers do that. When they do collaborations, they release it the same day.
Oh, yeah.
Or when Phil would do a certain video, we would have to wait a certain time to do that type of video again, just so, you don't step on each other's toes. I'm sure it's the same thing, especially when we're talking about millions of dollars. Because if Drake released his like a day before Kanye, it might fuck up both of their album sales, really.
It would, actually.
So, like, you really got to plan that, and I wonder who does that. I'm sure it's Drake's camp and Kanye's camp.
Yeah, because even if you're a big fan of somebody in the same genre, not everybody has 16. I don't know how much albums cost these days, but like, because of Spotify.
Yeah,
but
like $10?
I don't know.
Fuck, I don't know.
I feel like these days it's probably like $45.
It's weird. A lot of artists, and I understand if you're trying to make a living off music, but I also have a different perspective. But a lot of artists hate Spotify just because someone plays a song thousands of times and you get 1 penny.
Yeah.
The weird thing is, like, I've looked at kind of like with my streams on Spotify with people listening to my music, I've made decent money for how many plays it's made. So, like, I'm fine with it.
Well, I like to analyze the music industry just for fun. That's my hobby. I like to look at it, but what's changing in it, I think, is like streams now. People are chasing after streams. Like, all the like album sales and all that shit, like, eventually will go away. People are just like getting streams.
I mean, actually, they're mad at it because streams get the most, but they don't get paid for it. That's why they're pissed.
But I feel like artists from now on are just going to focus on that because people right now, kids are growing up looking at Spotify stream. They're not going to the record store.
Yeah, the artist is. The record label is not.
But the people right now who are learning about the industry will grow up and will search that.
Artists make most money on tour, though.
That's what you sell. T-shirt.
Sell T-shirt and ticket price and all that. And then you fucking charge a speaking fee to go say what's up at a high school. Like J. Cole. J. Cole did that a bunch of times. He released his album. And I didn't really know a lot about J. Cole before this weekend, but he makes like these mini documentaries. They're like 30 minutes long. They're called J. Cole Homecoming, I believe, and each one is slightly different. One of them was about how it started with him and his whole crew, like all of his friends. It looks like they were in a studio and he had the laptop and he's like, all right, the tweet's done. Should I send it? And they're like, send it. And he's like, no, I got to make sure the shit's perfect. It was him announcing that. I think it was like 10 days prior to his album coming out. He just said, hey, I'm releasing an album. Like, it was, there was no singles, there was no music videos, there was no way to like push it. There wasn't any crazy marketing. He just tweeted it and then released it. I think that's what kind of like enticed people to just start releasing surprise albums. I'm not sure if Beyonce did it first or who did it first exactly, but I know that, he was a big reason why people started doing it. It showed like the whole process and like how his whole team was there and like about to tweet something, and you really don't think like, oh, I wonder if Drake's nervous when he's tweeting out to fucking 15 million people, because we know he's Drake in the facade he puts on. He's like this cocky dude who has confidence and all, but he's also embarrassed to fucking spell their wrong. Like, you know, he looks over that shit just as much as we do, if not more.
Yeah,
probably way more.
Probably way more because articles come out.
Do you like how often when you write out a joke? How long until that tweet button is pressed? How many times do you read over it?
Depend. Like going from actually doing it to not. It all depends. Like I'll sit on a joke for like a long time, and I don't always just like tweet them out. Like I'll write them in my phone. I might sit on it for a couple of months and then eventually let it out because sometimes they feel half complete, and I just have to live more and experience more, and then add on to it.
Isn't it weird that most people who are not entertainers in the LA area, or whatever, don't really use Twitter like that, and they might think like that's weird that you do that.
It's a whole creative thing.
Yeah, like that's a side gig that you don't get paid for yet.
It's just something I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Like some people pick up knitting, and I just like going on Twitter and like doing that kind of shit.
So all that happened. So I went to Denver, and I haven't told you this yet.
Okay.
I just got back today. I went to Denver, first time going to visit my dad in 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. I've seen him in that 10-year span. I've seen him once. And then, you know, now we're, you know, on our ways to having a healthy relationship again. And so I visit him with my brother. Me and my brother fly out there on Thursday, and or was it Friday? Friday morning. We get there Friday up until today. And, you know, the trip was cool. It wasn't awkward or uncomfortable ever. I've gotten a lot better at speaking to humans, especially since 10 years ago. So I actually got some good juicy nuggets out of my dad.
Oh, good.
That I can't really tell you on this, but I'll tell you after.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to summarize the best part of the trip. So, hold on. I wrote down notes. Let me get to it. So I go to Colorado. First day, kind of don't do much. Just kind of hang out, catch up, and eat dinner at the house. The next night, me and my brother are like, yo, we're only here a couple nights. You and I have never really, like, gone out drinking or hang out like that in a long time, or pretty much maybe ever. So let's do it. Let's see what happens. So our dad drops us off, and while my dad is dropping us off, he's driving us. There's traffic. That's when I got like the good nuggets out of my dad.
Okay.
But when we got there, prior to getting there, I was on my phone looking up a dispensary because I'm in Colorado. Marijuana's legal there, and I want to see how legal the motherfucker is. What's the process? I don't know. So we get there, we see that the dispensary closes at 7:30. And at this point, it's 7 o'clock, and we're stuck in traffic. And we can easily, these are all one-way streets. You know how one-way streets are. They're fucking annoying. We can easily hop out and walk right to the fucking dispensary without my dad knowing, because we didn't tell him. But my dad keeps talking, and he's like, no, we'll just, you know, this road's closed, but I'll make a left, and a couple more lefts, and blah, blah, blah. Eventually, one day, we'll get there. And I'm like, fuck, this place is going to close. So I text my brother, and I'm like, look, I'm not going to do it because I've been the one talking. I need you to somehow convince Dad to just let us out so we can get out and eventually get there. He didn't do it, so I had to do it, eventually with ease, and we eventually got out, and we practically ran to the motherfucker. It was like 4 blocks away because he dropped us off at a bar. The dispensary was 4 blocks away. Get to the dispensary on time. All you do is you walk up, show your ID. Doesn't matter. As long as you live in the United States, I think, or maybe even anywhere. I think you just have to be 21. It's just like buying alcohol.
Wow.
So you go in, show your ID. He said, how did you hear about us? And I said, Yelp. He said, cool. Elevator's right there. Go to the 5th floor. So I was like, okay, that was easy. Yeah. Go to the 5th floor, and there's like, you know, a waiting room with like 10 people waiting. And then, you know, it takes 2 minutes to get in. But it's like very nice in there. It was kind of small, but they had everything.
Is it like a clinic? Like are they giving off the hospital-y vibe, or are they giving off the come by this shit?
No,
vibe?
they're giving off the we shop at IKEA and we smoke hella weed vibe.
Oh wow, okay.
So it's kind of modern. It's kind of modern. Very nice, very spick and span clean.
A lot of people may not understand what a marijuana dispensary is, and like the type of people that are in there. They're like, oh, probably just like, you know, fucking bros going there like, dude smokes weed. No, you go in there and you'll be like, oh, these are medical patients who are like, there
were regular average people. There were hippies in there. There was a guy with the business suit.
It's all kinds of people.
So we get in there, and the guy's like, cool, how can I help you? And I was like, we just need one joint, top shelf. He's like, all right, cool. Have this. And then my brother also wanted edibles, so we get that. And mind you, we just have one night. So I'm looking at him like, how the fuck are you going to take all those edibles? There's 8 in there. I ain't having any of those. I'll just smoke the joint. And he's about 6'2", but he's a little bigger than me.
You taller than your brother?
I'm taller than my brother. I'm taller than all those motherfuckers. I'm proud of that shit.
Damn.
But anyways, we pay, we walk out, we kind of like look at each other, and I was like, I never thought. I looked at my brother, I was like, can we talk about what just happened? I went into a dispensary and bought weed with you. Never thought I would ever smoke with you. This is kind of weird and surreal. My brother's always smoked. You know, he's for marijuana, and that's fine. He's always done it, and this is the first time we ever even spoke about it. I knew that he did it, but it was something we never talked about.
Wow.
So I was like, we just bought weed together, and we're about to smoke this joint. This is hella dope. Like, how you feeling? And then we get downstairs, and he's like, it was weird because I actually talked to him, and that was only his second time in a dispensary, and he doesn't really smoke these days. You know, he's a family man now. But we're in Denver, and marijuana is legal on a state level. Federal, it's still illegal, but it doesn't mean you can smoke outside. And you know, we don't have anywhere to go. We're about to walk to this bar. So I was like, dude, trust me, like it's fine. There's cops, but we'll just go like in an alley. So we do the whole like. Actually, he borrowed a cigarette from like a guy on the street. Just as if a cop came, he could just put the cigarette up like he was smoking a cigarette. So we walk, smoke the joint.
Oh, I've so many times in my life if I run into someone going, "Can I buy a cigarette from you?"
I know. Buy your own fucking cigarette.
Your own cigarette. Go buy a pack.
But yeah, so then we started smoking the joint, and that was such like a weird thing. Smoking with my brother, it was really cool. And we connected. And since he doesn't smoke very often, he only took like 2 hits. And he was like, dude, I'm going to be so high. Whatever. We enjoyed and had laughter and funny experiences. But then we went to that pool tip, it was billiards club. We went there and had a great time. And like, I've never seen my brother like that. The way he was speaking to me was like, he was speaking to me like his guard was down and he was talking to a friend. And that shit felt so cool. I like never experienced that. And I could just tell in his tone that he was like genuinely having fun and like without feeling tense, like having to act like I'm your brother who's 8 years older than you. He just put me as like at an equal, and it was fucking rad.
As a person.
So then we're there for about an hour, play pool. It was cool. And then we go to this other place because both of these places are playing music like, we're not gonna take it. Woo! And we're like, dude, where's the hip hop at? We want to hear the hip hop, the beats, you know. We want to hear the shit. So we go to a second bar. They're playing. They're playing the same shit. So we have a drink or two there. We play big Jenga. The bartenders are like forcing us to have shots, like very much pressuring me and like calling me a baby that I was like,
no
sipping.
way.
Yeah. And I was like, bitch, I'm a customer. Like, I will buy this shit when I want it. And they were like trying to pour drinks down our throat, which is like, I guess it's cool because it's a free drink.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to drink this shit at my speed. Let me drink. This is America. So we're like, fuck this. We don't want to listen to country music. So we go to the next place. We find another spot right outside of that one. It's because, right when we walk out, it's you can like hear it through the fucking doors.
That was very good quality.
And they were playing Drake. So we go there, and cool bar. It's like underground, and the bouncer, he's like, "Yo, dude, what up?" Some black dude, and like fucking, we all dab shit, and then he, for some reason, he looked at our ID, and he's like, "Oh man, how's California? Is it cool?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, it's dope. I like it a lot." He's like, "Cool. As soon as like they make it legal to buy marijuana, like it is here, I'm moving." I was like, "Cool, maybe I'll see you." But he was being super friendly, and then we walked in, had a drink, and then I came back out. And I
in
said,
my
"Hey."
head, I imagine it as Hannibal.
Yeah, kind of like a Hannibal guy. I came back out and I asked him, I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I like maybe smoke this joint outside?" And this is weird. I can't believe I'm talking about this, but I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm at a place, Will. I don't give a fuck. Okay. And the guy's like, "Dude, I don't give a fuck what you do. I also work at a dispensary. This is just my side gig. Whatever you want to do, smoke. I don't care. There's a camera right there, so just kind of hide right there. But, I'm not going to say shit." I was like, "All right, cool." And finish the joint, go inside. And when I go inside, there's like a small dance floor with maybe 6 people on it. My brother goes to sit next to the dance floor, and of course, I stay on the dance floor, and I start dancing by myself, and fucking just, feeling the music and getting into it. And then this white girl, after maybe like 3 songs, after I've danced for 3 songs straight, this white girl comes up to me. God rest, she was She's lovely, but didn't know how to dance. Came up to me like bouncing. She was so friendly. Let me say that she was so friendly. She came up to me bouncing, kind of like this. I don't know how to verbally.
God. Okay, like she's shaking. You shake. Imagine yourself shaking 2 dicks in your hands.
Yeah, 2 dicks over your head.
Jerking off 2 dicks over your head. Okay,
but like also kind of limp with it.
God,
and not to any beat, just random and sporadic. And she was like, "How do you do that?" And I was like, just kind of like, "Do what? What are you talking about?" And she's like, "How do you dance like that?" I was like, "Well,
I hate that."
I was like,
shit.
"Just slow it down a little bit because you're a little sporadic. You kind of, you got some like an ADD vibe. Just calm down, chill." And then she like kind of like started doing it, but then would jump right back into it, and like she like tried to twerk and stuff, and it was, oh, I'm so sorry. Then her friend came, and her friend, so 2 of these girls are dancing on me like this.
They're both doing the
jerk off the dick dance. And I'm just like in the middle of it, kind of laughing, not laughing at them, but just laughing at the situation. And all the dudes in the bar were looking at me, all of them. And they were like looking at me, laughing, but not at me, but at the situation. And maybe at the girls, but I'm not really sure. And I'm dancing with them for a minute. She calls me a dance god. Then she comes up to me, and I say, I'm definitely not a dance god. Don't know how to dance. I just know how to feel the music and just go with the movements. Like, let your body take over. And she just didn't get it, but they're also drunk. So then she comes up to me, and this is maybe after 30 minutes of dancing straight. Comes up to me and says, "Hey, so we want your number." And I said, "Oh, I'm actually from LA, and I'm leaving tomorrow." And she's like, "Oh, well, I was just telling my friend, let's call her Sarah. I was telling my friend Sarah, I would definitely maybe sleep with him, but I have a boyfriend." So then Sarah was like, "Yeah, I'll sleep with him," and that's what she hit me with, and I've never experienced that in life.
Yeah,
I've never experienced someone so blatantly like try to fuck me. So they're like, "Yeah, so." Sarah, I almost said her real name. Sarah would definitely sleep with you. So
difference between you and me, I would have for sure said her real name.
So Sarah, should we make that happen? And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I actually have a girlfriend. And she's and I was like, felt so uncomfortable. So I was like trying to like change the conversation. I was like, "Oh, and she's a dancer too. She's a ballet dancer." And she's like, "Oh, cool." And then she kind of just stared at me and then started doing the jerk off your dick dance and just bounced away.
No way.
And then I just continued to dance for a little bit and, then I left.
They were fucking with you. I mean, after that, then
I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then I went outside and it was 3 degrees and I was so like hot. I took off my shirt. I was just wearing a t-shirt, 3 fucking degrees. And then I went home and my brother took more edibles and it was funny and we had a good time. But it's never been so blatant that someone was like, yeah. Like if I wanted to have sex with her too, it could have just happened right there.
Why?
In a fucking alley.
I don't know you guys.
That's never happened and that was...
Back off me.
Please, just go far.
Check it for a wire or an earpiece, please.
And then...
Please do not let these...
So that all happened. Then I spent another day in Denver, hung out with the dad. It was all good times. Cool. We played a lot of board games. Fun. Fly home today from Denver to Santa Ana, JFK, or whatever the fuck. Don't know. John Wayne. John
Wayne. Oh, is that really what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Fly there. Me and my brother land, or we go through security. We fly, land in LA, Orange County, and we're waiting outside, and we're waiting for our rides. And my brother's like, "Hey, did you ever finish that joint, or do you have it? Or, yeah, did you finish the joint or throw it away?" And I said, "Oh, shit, I think I left it in my stepbrother's room." No, because when I left it in my stepbrother's room, that was in my leather jacket. I'm currently wearing my leather jacket. And me and my brother just looked at each other, and I was like, "Oh, fuck." So I unzipped my leather jacket, and, yep, I had the joint in there. And I was like, I could have been in so much fucking trouble.
Yes.
And here it is right here.
Oh, wow.
This little thing. Yep, I could have gotten in a lot of trouble. Thank you to the lords looking over me that I didn't.
Wait. Hold on. I'm so confused. Wait, how is it here now if you weren't supposed to have it?
What do you mean? I guess I don't know. It went through security. My jacket went through the x-ray and
it just doesn't matter?
I guess not.
Okay, I don't understand the law or whatever.
Maybe I just got lucky, and this is something that people should definitely not do. This was an accident. Don't repeat it. And if you do repeat it, don't say you heard it from me.
I'm so glad you don't have kids. That's something they would hear often.
Yeah, and then
Don't say you heard it from me.
Yeah, fuck, I keep burping. That's gross.
Because you're gross.
We also went to a hotel that was like an hour drive because it was the hotel from The Shining, the movie.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
And after we went there, we went inside, looked around, and was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Have you seen The Shining?
Yes, I've seen it. We watched it 2 nights ago, and I've seen it prior.
Oh.
And then after we were leaving the hotel, I Google it. I was like, oh, maybe I should Google it to like see the actual information. That's just rumored. It's not the real hotel. So we drove an hour away. It was still cool.
Yeah.
Like, the fucking drive. Remember the drive up Oak Glen in Yucaipa? And it was like fucking beautiful?
Yeah.
It was that times a billion.
Really?
It was all those kind of trees, but way bigger, way better, with snow on them.
Really?
Snow was everywhere.
You know what's fucked up is I love beautiful sights and shit, but I like them a lot more when they're in California.
Why?
I don't know why.
What beautiful sights have you seen outside of California?
Remember when we were driving up Oak Glen and it was all those beautiful sights?
That was California.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I like it a lot better when it's in California.
No, I'm saying, but which ones have you seen outside of California? Oh, wait. No, really, take your time.
You know,
You hear that? What is that?
Oh, it's the bomb I put in here.
Okay. But really, have you been anywhere outside of, like, I've been
Yeah.
to Oregon. That shit is, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, the world is beautiful.
Uh-huh.
We need to experience it. There was a point. What was I talking about? I was talking about. It wasn't even the fucking Shining Hotel.
Yeah.
It was just a hotel. It wasn't Dumb and Dumber though.
What I was supposed to do is I was this weekend, I wanted to get a shot for the video in front of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air house.
Oh, right.
I was supposed to go see it if you could drive into it, but I didn't.
Why not?
Because
Isn't that like? Oh no, I think it's like in Beverly Hills.
it's in Brentwood.
Oh, but we pass Brentwood all the time.
Really?
I think we've done it like twice.
I don't remember ever going to Brentwood.
That's not really considered all the time, but you know.
2 times. It was all the time. Remember we went to Brentwood in 2013 and once again in 2014 and never again since then?
Now we go all the time,
Now we go
motherfucker.
all the time. We're there all the time.
Do you have anything else, or should we move on to the next part?
We move
You
on
have-
to the next part.
You have nothing else to share with me
I don't smoke cigarettes.
about your life? You have no nuggets from the weekend that you know what I just realized? You have. I know you have at least 63 of those.
Oh shit! You know what I just realized? No,
That should be somebody's text tone. You know what I just realized?
You know what I just realized?
Give him a
sorry, I
clean
got
one.
text.
Let's give him a clean
Okay.
one.
You know what I just realized?
One more.
You know what I just realized?
All right, pick from one of those and make that your text tone.
You know what I just realized?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a smooth one.
Yeah.
What did you realize anything?
No, I didn't. I think I explained all the things I realized. Did I realize anything this weekend? I was going through some shit. Oh my God, I was going through some shit this weekend. I was like, damn, I had some shit happen to me, and I was like, damn, that hit me out of nowhere, and then I got over it.
You're over it right now. I don't believe that.
At the moment, I can't deal with shit right now. I'm done. I'm done dealing with shit.
That's cool. Sometimes you got to be done.
Like, I know it'll come up later, but that might be in like 2 years.
We'll deal with it then. So the next part of the podcast, we answer
Daddy questions.
Motherfuckers' daddy questions. You know, if you got a daddy question or if you got a couple daddy questions, email sheetandtextback@gmail.com. If you send your emails at like Monday night around like 7 o'clock, you'll probably have the best chance of being read and shit.
I don't know why you always say that.
Because
Then they're only going to send it at that time. What about the rest of the week when they feel it?
we literally don't check the thing until it's Monday.
Yeah.
So what does it matter?
But I mean, we're gonna check a lot of them. So like,
Wow.
I mean, but if you tell people that they can do it at any point, then they'd be more likely to do. Okay,
let me do it again. All right, so if you send an email, send it to sheetandtextback@gmail.com. Send it around Monday at 7 o'clock California time. Did I nail that?
You made it worse. Now you said that's the only time we're taking questions, even though you could extend it. Look, if I had more water in this son of a bitch, I'd drink it right now.
Okay, so yeah, we answer emails, and also if you have a second and you enjoy this shit, go to iTunes and rate and review your boys, because we trying to grow. We trying to get to number 1. We trying to get 60,000 an upload, because right about now we get about 40,000 on average. I want 60,000. How much do you want, Will?
I want 200,000.
I want 200. That's the new number. 200,000 listens.
I want
in 1 week.
1 million.
Okay, 1 million. That's the new number.
I want
I'm
I'm trying to get on some Ira Glass shit.
Okay, so
If
that's
motherfuckers don't know who Ira Glass is, Google it on your phone.
okay. So now the new number is Ira Glass? Is that what you said?
Ira Glass.
Ira Glass. Spell Ira Glass.
IRA space GLASS.
So let's get
Ira Glass
this
type
podcast to Ira Glass numbers. All right. So the first one. Can I say this person's name?
Nah.
Yes. This one is from Alan B. He says, "Hey guys, let me brighten up my motherfucking screen.
Wait a minute,
Ooh, that's too bright. Hey guys, my name's Alan, and I'm probably the worst freestyle rapper on earth.
Yeah.
At the same time, that's what makes it so much fun since I'm always laughing and it's great. However, I want to get more people to join in with me. I've told them that it's only fun and that it's not about being good, but they still refuse to join me. Any tips to get them to go for it? Any tips?"
Okay, I was thinking about it actually today earlier. When I got home, I feel like freestyling is a lot about showing your vulnerability. People are best at it when they don't care. If you're sitting there thinking about what I'm going to say, you're not going to do well. But people who are freer and say, "I'm going to say whatever," do it better. And I think a lot of people have issues with that is because they don't know how to open themselves up to possibility.
So how do you convince your friends?
Oh, that's the hardest thing in the world to ask you. Hey, can you guys open yourself up to possibilities?
I like that. You should write that down.
Yeah.
Actually, there was something I had to write down from my fucking thing. Do you mind?
I don't mind at all.
Please.
I never mind.
Make humming sounds. Make humming sounds.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when
All
she's
right,
gone.
got it.
Yeah.
So, to convince your friends, I don't know. Get really good at it, and you won't need your friends. You'll just need a group of people to go, "Hey!" Do something dope, and that's the best feeling, really.
Say something cool. Bring it back.
So, I don't know.
Yang yo.
Or get better friends.
Get better friends. That's
Hang out with a bunch of
motherfuckers.
Hang out with a bunch of motherfuckers, and they for sure will.
One of the best moments of my year last year in 2015 was when I was sitting in Applebee's with my mom and my sister, and my sister and I were like talking about something. We were getting intense, and I told her that my dream is to sell out the Richmond Auditorium in Richmond because I did it. I spoke there on my high school graduation. I'd like to do it again as myself.
How many? What's the capacity?
Probably like 2,500 people, 2,500 people, probably like that. And I was like, and my sister was like, "Yeah, fuck." She said, "Yeah, motherfuckers will show up too." And then she said that in front of my mom, and I was like,
"Oh yeah, and you guys don't curse in front of your mom, right?"
No, absolutely not. I would never.
How did your mom react?
She didn't. I was laughing though, because she didn't say like shit. She was like motherfuckers, because you can tell you say that often.
When she said that, did she like?
Yeah, she was.
Your mom.
Yeah, she was like, and I looked, and I just started laughing.
I love that your mom doesn't like cursing around her. And it's only certain words, right?
Yes, she doesn't like certain stuff. My mom curses now too. She used to never curse around me. Now my mom will pull a motherfuckers.
Really?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
I heard her say motherfucker.
Yeah, or MFs. She's always said MFs.
MFs?
MFs or biatches.
Is that where did you get mother huggers?
Me. I just say it.
So she said MF, you said mother huggers.
I said mother huggers. Yeah.
Couldn't copy her, huh? Can't follow your mom's
These
footsteps.
mother huggers. Yeah.
Wait, so why did you bring up you were talking about Richmond and talking in front of people?
Oh yeah, I was just saying that because I was saying motherfuckers, but you were saying something else. You had said motherfucker. I was do it in front of some motherfuckers.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, good luck with that. This one is from Kevin Lorth. He said, "Please say my name." So I said it. First off, I want to say you guys are great. Love the podcast. Love what you guys do. Here's my question. Do you guys ever find it hard to keep the creative energy flowing? You guys bring a lot of energy into the content you come out with, comedy and rap. So I was just wondering if it was ever challenging to find the energy. Thanks, and keep doing what you're doing. I would like to see you answer this question seriously.
Okay. So how to keep the energy flowing? Oh, you want me to answer it seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. Oftentimes, like, I get tired of, I will be like, okay, you'll hear me say it. I'll be like, I've had enough jokes for today.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, I'm done doing it. But honestly, I'm never tired of joking. And luckily it's what I love to do, so I'll always do it. And there's the energy you have to, like, as Steve Jobs said in the video I saw, everybody that has ever said, like, you have to love doing it. When you love doing it, you'll always have energy for it. I love doing podcasts. It's literally, to me, I feel it's freestyle comedy. It's
fun as fuck.
It's fun as fuck. Yeah, I love freestyle and rap, and I also love freestyle comedy. And because of that, I would never turn down an opportunity to do it. So you kind of just have to love doing it. And what I've learned is that you can teach yourself to love something. If there's something that you like, just find out what the good things in it are.
Damn, that's deep on so many levels that I know. about that, what you're saying? I can't say it on here, but I know what you're talking about. We'll mention about it after.
Is it about me or you?
It's about you.
Okay,
say
what
you said again, so I can remember.
Teach yourself to love something.
There you go. Teach yourself to love something you might not love it. Okay, I'll remember that.
You really just have to find like I think something that I like to practice every day in my life is finding the positive things out of everything. Everything there, I refuse to say I've ever taken an L. I've only learned from things because I like to say, okay.
So you have taken.
I mean, I've lost because I'm human, but
I learned.
But I also learned.
Mm-hmm.
But I failed at things. But every time I fail, I try to take a positive quality from it. And you can do that if it's something that you say, I don't have this ability, and you just learn how to do it.
So on the more, well, first I want to ask you this: if you love doing podcasts, who would be the number one person, dead or alive, that you would like to do one with? Just one-on-one, you and that person.
Say Frank.
Really?
Yeah.
Someone that's quite that could happen.
But I always dreamed of doing that. It would just be fun to me. But other than that, okay. If we're talking in the grand scheme, it would probably be I don't know. That's a hard ass question. You know, I love a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would love to talk to Gandhi, but he's probably too lost in time for me to understand anything he'd have to say. I don't know.
So Zay Frank.
Or Kanye. I would love to do it with Kanye. He'd end up doing the talking.
Okay, so Kanye.
But,
Who would be mine? Tom DeLonge.
Tom DeLonge.
Because you picked Kanye, I'll pick Tom DeLonge. If you didn't pick Kanye, I would probably pick Kanye or Drake. Let's make it a mission to get them on the podcast one day.
Kanye?
Who knows? Kanye or Tom DeLonge?
I would, if Kanye's on this shit. Okay.
Flash forward 2 years from now, Kanye might be on the shit.
He might be on the shit. Look, okay, for future reference, Kanye. No one wants to hear you talk more than me. Like, I want to hear about all of it.
Everything.
I'm like, okay.
How you tie your shoes.
I want to learn about the creative process. I remember there's this video, he did this thing at a college recently, and he like talked in front of the college, and the fucking students in the beginning are just talking while he was talking.
Interrupting him?
Yes.
Wow. Rude fucks.
My entire time in college, I never did that shit. Like, if someone's teaching a class, you better fucking listen.
Yeah. Especially because you're paying.
Especially you're paying for this shit.
Or your parents are paying, you ungrateful fucking pricks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Kanye West and Tom DeLonge. Or we can have them on at the same time. And
I don't think that's a good idea.
That's not a good idea. So in 2 years, maybe we'll have one of them
You know
on.
how some people are celebrities?
I know that. Yes.
And you know how like when they're like super celebrities, they're like, oh, I'm a god. And they're like, I know people who aren't gods, but I am one of them. What happens when they're in the same room with other people they consider, oh, that person is also a god?
It's the same as being in the room with like me, you, Steve, and Sam.
Do you think they see him as equals, or they're like, ew, that's a different god?
Well, if they're friends with them.
Yeah.
But if they're enemies, then it's like, oh, he thinks he's a guy, but really, I'm the motherfucker. I'm the man.
What sucks is when you're, I don't understand, like,
remember at VidCon we saw Casey Neistat, Hank Green, John Green, and Zay Frank all talking.
Oh yeah, but those people are artists. Those are different. They're not.
That's still up
But
there.
yeah, that was fucking crazy to me.
Like,
I was like,
what the fuck are they talking about?
I was like, there's a whole bunch of smart people in this room, and yeah,
I think that was at that party, right?
yeah, they weren't all talking to each other,
like,
but
God,
yeah,
damn, that'd be dope.
yeah,
No, there was a point where I saw them talking.
all of them at once. I definitely would have scooched over. If it was all of them at once, I'd be like, well, I got to get in this photo.
But as far as like, because you were saying jokes, so you can make jokes all the time about being creative. So stick to like video making. What do you do when like you literally don't want to make a video?
Shit. You can see it on the one I made on the New Year's one. Okay, I'll just talk about it. I had to make the video. Well, at first I was going to do it anyway, and then I wasn't going to do it, and then I did it. So it kind of worked out that way. So it eventually, turned, first I was doing it for me, and then I had to do it.
What video?
The one of me on New Year's when people would be like.
Okay.
So like, but I wasn't really tripping about it. But like, I had to do it, and you can hear it in my voice. I think it's funny because I really didn't give give a fuck in that video. I was like, I gave a fuck about the content, but I did it anyway. And I really like what came out of me and my voice in that. I like really didn't give a shit about any of these motherfuckers because I was in the office by myself. I was like, man, fuck Ronald McDonald. And I think I put a photo of fucking, whatever. But, when you don't want to do something and you have to suck it up because like there are days of your life where you won't be able to do what you want. And I've accepted that. My mom always tells me, she always says like, when I told her I didn't want to go to college anymore, I wanted to make fucking videos and be a fucking comedian.
I wish I could have been there for that.
On the phone. And this isn't me. You remember when I used to have those Abercrombie shirts? I remember.
Hey, Mom, how are you?
This is it. What the fuck is up, William Haynes? This is, so I was on the phone with my mom. I was like, hey, so I don't want to go there anymore because I don't feel like I'm learning anything, and I feel like I can learn things doing them hands-on.
Well, what you mean? Your dad, what's that boy mean?
What's he saying on the phone?
Give me the phone. What's he saying?
What's he saying on the phone?
William, talk to your daddy.
Boy,
what you say? Well, I heard college, you drop out. What you mean? I mean, what you mean, boy?
No. See, on the phone, my dad would get smooth talking. He'd be like, boy, look, all right. You don't gotta do that.
I mean, boy, look, what you mean? You gotta stay in school.
My dad's incredible at code switching.
Your dad is real good at it.
Yeah.
Real fucking good.
Like, it's scary. But, why were we talking about this? My mom would always say, she's like, you might live another 80 years. What's this? She was telling me, what's the next couple years of college? What's this next day?
Yeah.
And it's so true. Like, okay, I have to push myself a little bit harder today.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like, only a couple more years of college. Sometimes you have to go, look, this opportunity is only here right now, so I need to take it. And I can always go back to college. I can always do that. I can't always take this opportunity. So you got to balance it and see which one is what's best for you.
I don't know. I freak out about it constantly. I mean, but I think I would either way if I had gotten a degree or not. Like,
you freak out? Why? Like,
I'm like, did I make the right decision? Am I right to go heads first into like all this comedy and shit? And it honestly wasn't. I don't know why I thought that. It's not a smart decision. Like chasing after something artistic or something like that, something that you want to do that, something like that. It's not smart. But
see, I 100% disagree with that.
Why? You think it's less challenging, less people enter it?
No,
I'm speaking logistically speaking. I'm speaking in terms of percentages and how things work out. If you want to have a secure, successful life, it wouldn't be to do something like this.
When you say it that way, when you say secure and successful, yeah, it's definitely not the smart option because you can work at fucking Best Buy and work your way up. You can work your way up and maybe make like $100,000 a year. And for like one person, 2 people, 3 people, that's plenty.
That's plenty.
So, when you say it that way, it's not smart. But when I look at it as a whole, I don't agree because I would just be miserable if I didn't.
Yeah,
if I wasn't creative, I would hate this so much. But that kind of leads on to our next question, our next email. But I kind of want to say, my creative, how do I stay creative? Honestly, force. It's like, that's like a weird kind of, it has a negative connotation to it, but it is force. I write down what I want to do and when I want to do it by, and I force myself to do it. And then when I force myself to do it, I realize that I actually enjoy doing it. So it's not really forced, but getting out of bed in the morning to go to the gym is fucking hard. Just force yourself, get out of bed. And then you're going to be like, oh, I'm already halfway there. Might as well go.
Or just think of the bigger picture. Yeah. Think about it how what you put into time right now, you'll get it in the future. And if you're used to living in the future, as humans do, then it's a good option for you.
So when I said that led into our next email. This next email is from Elijah.
Would?
No, I wish.
Damn.
This person said, Will, Daren, usually people put something at the beginning of their email where they suck your dicks. I'm not trying to fuck with that.
Where they suck your dick and die.
Here's my question. What's your biggest what if about your life? Shout out to Elijah for keeping it real. I mean, I don't think you needed to be that aggressive, but okay.
I'm sorry. The second half, what was it?
What's your biggest what if about your life?
God. What if? I don't know what that means.
What are those words?
What ifs? I had developed a skill. I remember when I was first developing this skill, forgetting shit. I love forgetting shit. I've successfully trained myself to forget about all the shit I'm embarrassed about. So I don't know. I used to think about shit like that all the time. What if I did this? What if I done that? But I had to disconnect myself from that type of thought.
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't really do like the what ifs. Well, as far as like what's happened in my life, I think about what if I don't make it? What if I'm not successful? Like that shit's gonna suck. But I don't think about like what if I didn't go to school that one day?
Yeah.
But I don't know if those are the same thing or different.
Yeah.
I try not to think about that shit. It's bullshit.
Oh, but I do. But then I was thinking about how I was freaking out yesterday. I just talked about it on the table talk. I love it when I do so many videos a day and I talk and I jump around and complete stories in different areas. But I was freaking out last night about my videos. I was like, what if I didn't do it right? What if I'm going to lose everything? What if I don't have nothing? And I turned into Method Man. And I was just, sometimes you worry about that. But I think it was when we were talking to Casey and he said, I never worry. I think it's impossible. Well, for me right now, it's impossible for me to not worry, but I have to know when to cut it off. Yeah. When I say, okay, I've worried enough. And then after that, it's pointless. Yeah. You've worried all the conclusions.
Casey was telling us that he never worries about anything.
This one time we hung out with him.
The one time we hung out with him. Never worry about anything. And, you're successful already. Like, you have backup plans. That doesn't work for everybody. Like, some people have to worry. Like, let's say you have to somehow figure out how to make $1,200 without a job. Like, so you got fired or something. You have to worry about that.
I think maybe worrying is additional anxiety. What I did was an appropriate response. If I had gone any farther than that, I would have been worrying. I worried for a couple of minutes and then I let it go.
Because we have a friend that doesn't worry at all.
Which friend doesn't worry?
I don't know how else to.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Did you get what I just did?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he never worries.
He never worries.
Never ever worries, and that's also a negative thing.
It's also a bad thing.
I think you need a balance. Everything in life is a balance.
It's actually like kind of amazing that you could just be like, because I'd be like, hey friend, remember this thing?
Yeah.
Like
I literally did that last 2 weeks ago, maybe. I said, hey, do you remember when that argument started? And he was like, no. And I was like, that was a big argument, remember? A lot of people were involved and you were upset about it. And he's like, no, I totally forgot about that.
No.
Bitch, that was a month ago.
Yeah.
How did you forget already?
I think it's because, remember what I was saying about a lot of people live in the future? Some people live in the past. And I hate people who live in the fucking past. Like people were like, man, back in the, back in the, when we used to, when you, like, and there are people who.
I was the prom king. It's like, bitch, no one cares.
Yeah.
It's fucking 17 years later.
And then there are people who live in the future who are like, oh man, I'm gonna be doing this, I'm gonna be doing that.
Me and you.
In a different way, but yeah. And then there are people like him who live in the present.
Yeah, 100% in the moment,
which
is
moment,
also, again, good at times.
You have to find yourself a good range. I like to jump between all of them.
Yeah. But my biggest what if I had to pick one, would be...
Except don't live in the past at all.
What if I don't become the big rapper that I want to be? What if I don't get to fucking kill it on stage? I'm going to be very upset. And I'll tweet about it in 5 years. You'll see it. What's yours?
Probably some of the same thing. That is probably the thing I worry about the most, is what if I am unsuccessful? Because I don't just want to be a stand-up comedian. I want to do so many things.
Yeah.
And because I do that, I feel like that might hurt me if I might do better if I was focused on something. And also the chance that, I don't, because I've met plenty of talented people who never did anything at all. And that is what I worry about. That's what I'm usually in my bed worrying about. But
I figured out a way to secure it, because it won't secure my happiness, but it will secure me financially. I've learned multiple talents and I've learned multiple skills that can give me jobs. So like my day job right now really kind of doesn't pertain to what my career is going to be, but it's still something that I can do and I can do well. But there's also like 10 other things at that job that I can do as well.
Yeah.
But that's just because I learned a lot of shit, and you got to be a jack of all trades.
Yeah, I believe that. But that's why I don't believe in filling your brain with nonsense, because I don't have enough capacity for that.
Yeah.
Like I filled my life with so many things that I wanted to do, but
there's only so much room.
They're like, oh, you can't read, you're 22. I'm like, yeah, so?
Big deal. But I can fucking tag and graffiti on this piece of wood and write the word focus and make it look kind of good.
Well, Okay, I've been practicing at that shit. I love it. Okay, I think somebody pointed out to me recently, they were like, oh, that's like
Don't play footsies with me, bitch. I don't feel comfortable with that. Not that I have anything against it. I feel weird that in the dark, in my room, with me without socks and you with black socks on, you're trying to play footsies. Now, if this is something I invited you and I sent
I
you
developed
a
a
Facebook
fetish
invite
when you were in
and I said,
Colorado.
hey, Will, come and join me in my bedroom at 7:30. We're just going to play footsies. Make sure you're wearing your black socks. I'm not wearing any. Then it would be cool, but I didn't do that, so fucking back the fuck off.
Did you happen to notice that there are 2 different black socks?
No, like I said, the room is dark, and in the dark, when something's black, you can't really see it.
Okay, I'm going to have to... Okay, look. Daddy.
Yes? Do we need to have the birds and bees again?
Yes.
Okay. Your dick. Think of it as a cucumber.
Okay, like a cucumber green.
Okay, now think of a vagina similar to a platypus.
A platypus.
You know, when you get older, you'll realize that it actually has a word in there, a sound that is very similar to another word that is like vagina. But let's not talk about that.
Okay, all right, we won't get to that.
You want to take the cucumber and you want to put this balloon-shaped object over it.
Yeah.
And that's when you fuck the pussy. Oh, platypus, sorry.
Wow.
Not before that,
Wow.
but after that.
All
And
right.
then you're fine. Like, you won't have any little Williams running around. I promise you. I promise you.
All right, okay.
But not before. Say it with me. Not
before.
That was the end. That was the end. I don't remember why we're talking about condoms.
I don't know either, man.
Well, what was the question?
I've made so many
Fuck the
videos
question.
today. I'm done. But I'm sure I won't be able to go to sleep.
We're on our let's go to the gym after this. We're on our last one, and then we're done with this. This one is from Colin. Hey, Will and Daren, in parentheses. Got to
Please
put
be the
Will
Colin
first
I
one in
know.
a while. First, I just got to say, I love everything you do. Thank you. Appreciate that. My question is, would you take back your snake woman? Or did it make you a better person? For Will, do you want a snake woman, or do you just want to find the one? I know that after going through shit with my snake woman, I'm a better person now. Stay low. P.S. Me and my friend just started a podcast. If you guys give us a shout out, it would be unreal. Go listen to their podcast. It's called The Fuel Up. FUEL -up podcast. Tell them she didn't text back. Fucking sent you bitches. Yeah. Yes, I'm glad I had a snake woman. I'm glad it lasted as long as it did. And I'm glad that she fucking did all this shit to me, because now I know better. And now I'm a stronger person. And now I know she was bad. Bad news.
It may be impossible for you to resist yourself as a human. Because I've felt myself recently dipping into a sort of a situation like that.
Into a snake hole?
And that's so fucked up. Even I'm gonna be like, all right, that was too much. And I was like, the issue with it is that sometimes someone you like a lot could not be that good for you, but humans, we can't get enough. We cannot. We know that something is not good for us or isn't the best, and then we do it anyway.
Well, really, I mean, to take that even further, think about the news. People gravitate towards the horrible tragedies and the fucking bullshit that happens, rather than the good shit.
People love drama.
People forget about the good shit 20 minutes after it was told. People remember the bad shit for
Forever.
a lifetime. So same goes with that. Like, for some reason, we're all of us. Maybe not entirely the human population, but the majority of people that I know and myself gravitate towards bad for some reason. It's fun. For some reason, the shit's fun also. I will say that. Sex is good. I mean, what were we talking about?
I don't know. I totally, okay.
You said
I
you were
have some
digging in
ideas.
a snake hole.
Yeah, but I'm all right. I think a little bit of heartbreak is due. I had a little bit of a case of it, and I was like, this is some shitty shit, but I wrote a song about it.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
You want to give him a preview? Wait, are you really gonna do it?
I forgot.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a preview of maybe a release, maybe unreleased.
Lyrics
who
on my
knows?
laptop. I'll probably put it up.
Will's gonna give us a demonstration.
Oh no, the lyrics on my laptop.
I know you remember at least a little bit. You can give me a little bit because I already hyped this shit up.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just.
I'm gonna need. I just had to talk it. You don't need to rap it.
I'm pretty sure she ain't texting back.
Okay, that's good. That kind of coincides with the podcast. It's all a good theme. I like it.
Yeah.
So yes, I do like that I had a snake woman in my life. I'm glad that you became a better person. If you're out there, you're a female, and you got a snake dude in your life, right now it's shitty. He's probably doing some shady shit, and I'm sorry. I really mean that. I'm sorry. But, you'll come out a better person, hopefully.
Absolutely.
And I think that's it. This is the She Didn't Text Back podcast.
I'm William Haynes.
We are doing a live show. Yes, we are. But I think we have to push it to February because Will didn't send emails.
And I forgot again today.
And he also forgot again today.
Life hasn't stopped.
So we are going to do the live show in LA, as well as doing South by Southwest. Once we get more information, we will tell you on the podcast. If you like the podcast, please leave a review on iTunes. And also, maybe tell a friend or two, because we're trying to get to, what was that, Aereo Glass?
Ira Glass numbers.
Ira Glass numbers.
I'm fearful all the time. I just want that to be known. I'm like always scared and nervous.
You done?
Yeah.